So say my first pen drive, I'll just draw a 1 point perspective. So I can just put your initial ideas. And then just start, I'll do a 1 point perspective here. So I'll draw my first pen drive, and I'll remember to move your page around to fit your hand instead of trying to keep your page still. Then here, all of you know more or less how a USB plug look. And I'll just go out at the same angle as these lines. And I'll draw my USB plug there in the front, and then it's got those two little blocks on it. Now for the shape of the USB, this one I want a rounded back, so I'll just go like this, and I'll just have one rounded circle there. And here at the top I'll make that a little bit round as well. And then with product design, you can have your shadow a little bit lower if you want to. And then just have your shadow there. Then I'll go over my outlines dark. So with this corner, because it's rounded, you won't have a line, so you can just have little corner lines there. And then because I looked at the skater, I can probably put the pattern that I got of the wings here on the top. So that will be achieved because you've got your pattern. But if you want to change that to a minute, one of these can be turned into, maybe I'll just draw a bigger image of that, can be turned into a little gap in there, and then you've got a see-through bit of glass or plastic or and then because it's see-through, you could show those three reflection lines, and then maybe the little LED that shows your pen drive is in communicating with the computer will go through there. So that is both aesthetics because it looks good, but it's got a function as well, because it will create one of the windows that the LED will go through. So that's kind of where we go to the Merit Excellence band. So if you just add something for function or just for aesthetics, it's achieved. But if you add something that will add functional and aesthetical value to your design, that moves into a Merit Excellence. Then another one that you can think of, maybe on the same page, you can just draw another pen drive. 1 points work quite good. You can use 2 point perspective if you want to. So this one, I'll have my USB port again, and then just go at the same angle as those lines out. And then draw your two little blocks on there. Now this one, I'll make rounded like this, so I'll go and I'll round it off there. And then where that line disappears, you can just have a line up there, and it will go back like that, so it rounds off at the end. And then on the side, I might, from my cicada's wing, I got that pattern. So that's got a aesthetical value, so it's for the looks. But now if I change something to that, or maybe make it indented, I'll just draw it bigger here. So I've got this my little block there, and I've put that in. So that's got a function, because having it indented there, it will give it grip. So if you take the USB out of the computer, you'll have grip so that will give you a functional value to the, and you can add another pattern maybe on the top, and then do the same there. One of the last one will be see-through. Okay, then you'll probably think of lids, so you can draw a lid here, just a little exploded, and have your lid there. Then on the inside of the lid, if you look at it from that side, so say I've got a 2D drawing of the lid there, you'll have the thickness of the plastic there, and then maybe just two little bumps on either side, so that if it slides over the USB itself or on the top, it will keep the lid from falling off the whole time. Like pens have got those little bumps. There's a tiny little round bump there, so if I put the lid on, it stays on. Then you can just quickly render them. We've got black pencils in the Pirates got. And then remember, say my light source comes from here, the top will be really light. And then the sides and that will be darker. Rendering is not a standard, but we can still use it in, so the top will be really light. And then the sides will be darker. And because that last one is see-through, you can use the blue to have three little lines there. And that's basically so you can fill a page with little ideas like this. You don't have to worry about the parts and how they fix together yet. So this is just initial ideas. But mention maybe you got this from my ideation. So that the marker can see where you got your idea from. It's there, and even if you want to, you can still maybe have another drawing of your pattern that you got there next to it to show that it comes from there. Okay.